Hey there, welcome to 5 things that all brand mains need to know. Let's get started right away. Number 1. Space out your spells. Your passive applies a damage over time burn, and for combos such as E, Q, W, try to wait an extra second or two before throwing out your W for that extra bit of damage from your passive. The passive stacks up to 3 times for a maximum of 12% of their max health done over 4 seconds. Proccing this once and then resetting that timer can make sure that you get a lot of extra damage out. Also, do remember that Rylai's Crystal Scepter is a very common item in a brand build, so this will also extend the slow duration. It's honestly a very small thing, yet it goes unnoticed. Brand players that I see usually underestimate their passive damage and for some reason do not abuse this. Here's an example of the damage difference it can cause late game. As you saw in the video, waiting an extra 1 to 2 seconds before using my W gave me another 600 damage. Yeah, 600. So don't look past this tip because it is very strong and should not be overlooked. Number 2. The Q Flash E combo. A lot of players suddenly become a lot more aware of brand stun when they are ablaze, and for good reason, because that is when they can be stunned. This combo allows for a much faster stun that they'll be a lot less likely to react to appropriately, for example by flashing or by sidestepping your Q because they're prepared for it. It's hard to pull off and must be timed perfectly, so be sure to practice this in practice tool first before making yourself look like a fool in game. It looks like this. As you saw in the clip, the stun was basically instant. The timing had to be perfect though, otherwise the Q would hit before the E and the target would not be stunned. Number 3. Reserve your mana. A lot of brand players I've ran into in game like to spam out their abilities early to apply pressure, but end up out of mana very quickly. This causes you to lose all your pressure and makes a 2v2 situation a lot more dangerous. You need to have enough mana for a stun at least, so make sure you always have enough mana minimum for a stun. Mana costs on brand are extremely high early game. Be wary of the effect it can cause if you're out of mana. Having mana is a lot more pressure than throwing out an extra spell here or there. Brand is a poking, zoning champion. If you don't have mana, the enemy does not have to respect you at all, because you can't one-shot them and you can't poke them. Number 4. If you're playing brand support, make sure to all in the enemy AD carry or support depending on the situation when your AD carry is engaged on. You do a lot more damage than you think. Don't run away just because your AD carry has to. They use their cooldowns on your lane partner and they are focusing your lane partner. Use this opportunity and punish their mistake by one-shotting their squishy support or their squishy AD carry. Abuse this and make sure you don't let your AD carry get engaged on for free. Number 5. The proper way to wave clear as brand is Q, E, W, not W, E. I see far too many brand mains using WE to clear massive waves, and it simply does not clear the entire wave because it isn't the right combo. QEW makes sure you proc your empowered W on the entire wave, as well as spread your E. I'm not sure why I see this mistake so often, but it's such a common mistake that I felt like I needed to put it as my 5th point. Take a look at the difference in damage of the combos in this clip, and do note though, the max stack passive rings would not proc on minions, so normally the difference would actually not be this dramatic. It did look cooler with the passive rings though, didn't it? Anyways, that's my 5 brand tips for you guys today. I hope it was helpful, and as always, leave comments down below if you have any feedback or any questions. Thanks a bunch for the view. Best of luck on the Rift.